Hello, Watem here. Welcome back to some more Umineko When Seagulls Cry. Let us continue.
第2のゲームの青き真実だって甘すぎよ。
What did you use?
礼拝堂での6人の殺害時、犯人は礼拝堂内にいたわ。あいつ何でもかんでもトラップ X で説明しようとするわよね。トラップ X って何よ。変なミステリー小説のお約束？使用人室で南條と熊沢が殺された事件のカノンの名前を世襲したとかいうのも滑稽だわ。カノンの名を名乗ることができるのは本人のみ。異なる人間が名乗ることはできない。夏日の部屋のローザからマスターキーを借りたという推理もダメダメ。ローザがマスターキーを管理して以降、それら全ては一度たりとも彼女の手を離れていない。
If it was slightly different wording, it might be still possible to get around, but not leaving her hands?
夏日の部屋を開錠した時にバトラに貸し出した際を除いてね。
In that case, would it be possible if Butler did it?
まだまだ続くけど、ざっと軽く見てもこんな感じかしら。
軽くも何も、あんた第1と第2のゲームにおけるバトラの青き真実のきあらあらなんてこと。バトラがそれを聞いたらそっとしちゃうわね。
ね、ベアとは全然追い詰められてなんかいないのよ。あの子やっぱりなかなかの役者だわ。きっと今回のゲームでは一見追い詰められたふりをしてみせて、次のゲームあたりでバサーッと赤で一刀両断にしてバトラをびっくり仰天させる作戦でしょうよ。それできっとまた大笑いしながら言うんだわ。魔女はピンチになんかなりませんって。
じゃあ、あのベアとの追い詰められたみたいな悲壮感は全部演技なの？
そうに決まってるじゃない。
Why would the Blue Truth cause stakes to appear in her?
あいつ本当に大女優よね。全然追い詰められてなんかいないのに、最終回顔負けのクライマックス感だったわ。今年の助演女優賞はあいつに決定ね。ああ、もちろん主演は私だけど。
I was wondering who the lead would be then.
出るんでもいいわよ。
私を殺してみたいなことを言って最後に大きな謎を出したわよ。それを解かれたらベアとは今度こそおしまいの背水の陣じゃないの？
Oh, if he does resolve it, then she'll just, at that point, deny one of his previous Blue Truths with the red.
やだ、ベルまで騙されてるの？
I feel like they should be called Blue Conjectures rather than Blue Truths.
あんなの背水の陣でもなんでもない。ベアとはね、まだまだどぎつい奥の手を温存してるわ。最後の謎を出すために両腕を突き出した時、右腕だけ下ろしたの気づいてた？
ああ、そういえば
Why?
あれはそういう意味だったわけ。
あ、
そういうわけ。あの子はまだまだ奥の手を残してる。そして何も謎は解かれちゃいない。
good.
それをまるで全て完歩されて次回最終回みたいなテンションにしちゃうなんて。つくづくあの子は演技の天才よ。ああ、早くバトラをどん底に叩き落とすところが見てやりたいわ。あの子前回のゲームの北風と太陽作戦ですっかり味を占めちゃったんじゃない？バ トラ、きっとまたベアトに同情してコロッと引っかかるわよ。女の涙は一粒で男を騙せるからね。実に安上がりでお得よね。
バトラ、またその手に引っかかっちゃうかしら。二度と同情しないように私もバトラを焚きつけないと。
Thank you so sympathy's weakness.
当分はエンジェのひき肉で焚きつけられそうだけどね。
エンジェ味のハンバーグでパワーアップ。
Oh.
もちろんこっちも負けないわよ。ここからバトラと拮抗するくらいに盛り返せるようベアトを徹底的にサポートするもの。負けないわよベアトは。負けたら素敵な罰ゲームがあるわよってきっちり脅してるもん。
Truly is Sadako.
あんたの罰ゲーム本気でシャレにならないから少し加減した方がいいわよ。
ベルンに次に罰ゲームをできるときはこうしようって決めてるのがあるの。聞きたい聞きたい。
嫌よ。
もう聞いてよ。あのねベルンを素敵なお城に閉じ込めてあげるの。そのお城は真っ白な純白の城壁に囲まれていて、一辺は 12km、 高さは 10m あるの。魔法とズルは禁止。とても飛び越せないわよね。
14億4000万竜兵。話のうちが読めたからもういいわよ。
そこをね、毎日一粒ずつの宝石で埋めていくの。それで城壁いっぱいに溜まるまでベルンを閉じ込めて、その宝石で埋め殺すの。素敵なロマンチックな罰ゲームでしょ。
I was thinking last time, yeah, stop flirting with her.
一辺を5倍にしていいから高さを10分の1にしてくれたら今から閉じ込めてもいいわよ。
ほんと？36億竜兵になるわよ。
You're forgetting that it's only 1 meter tall.
罰ゲームが倍以上の期間になるわよ。そんなにも長い間虜になってくれるのね。ベルン大好き、愛してる。
Yeah, bring it down from 10 meters down to 1 meter tall, yeah. Lambda Delta playfully approached Bianca's. He yawned, looking bored, as she touched the bottom of Lambda Delta's chin as though cuddling a cat.
ベルンはバトラの勝利にかけてて、私は二人が永遠に引き分けになるのにかけてる。それで誰かベアとの勝利にはかけてないの？
かけないわよ。勝率ゼロだもん。
奇跡の魔女に奇跡ゼロって言われるのも本当にお気の毒。私もかけないけどね。絶対。
絶対の魔女に絶対ダメって言われるのもお気の毒ね。
Unusually for them, they giggled together.
このゲームどういう決着に終わるかしら。
And especially with how Lambda Delta said that Natsu was killed by someone with a gun in front of her.
さすがにそれだけは読めないわ。だから楽しいわけだし。
もう逃げも中断も許さない。絶対にゲームを続けさせる。逃がさない。これからどんな風に展開していくのか想像もつかないけれど、絶対 にありえない決着の仕方だけはわかるわ。
ベアトが勝って終わることだけはないわね。
だって私もベルンもどっちもベアとの勝利にかけてないんだもん。つまりベアとが勝ちそうになったら私たち二大魔女を敵に回すことになる。
そういうことね。私たちの力が最も均衡するのは引き分けとバトラ有利の中間で均衡している場合のみ。ベアと有利に傾きすぎれば私たちは共に同じベクトルに団結してベアとを引きずり戻す。
I'm now also kind of thinking, so I've mentioned in previous times on like, algorithm for truth in a way, talking about the halting problem in computer science. This entire game is like a halting problem. Perhaps you know the possible state that it could be. You know that it could be Battler's victory, or it might go on forever. You don't know yet, but you also know that it can't possibly be Beato's victory. So you can think about it as like some kind of function that either goes on forever or returns Battler's victory. But it's impossible to tell in advance if it would stop or not.
つまりベアと優勢になった瞬間私たち二人をまとめて敵に回すってことよ。ベルンと共闘楽しい。
ありがとう。でもコンペイ島のお風呂には一緒に入らないわよ。コンペイ島のシャワーを浴びながら
That doesn't sound pleasant.
とろけたマシュマロを塗りたくってあげるのに。
気の毒に。あの子は私と遊ぶためにラムダが捕まえてきた生きたおもちゃ、お人形だわ。
Beato?
私、お人形遊びは上手なの。ほんと上手に遊べるのよ。飽きずに一つのおもちゃで何百年も遊べるのが自慢なの。
Yeah, like how you played with
ある時は味方し、ある時は敵対し。
how you played with Rika?
永遠にもて遊び続ける。かわいそうにね。あの子はもう私たちのお人形。
そういうことよ。あの子は私たちのお人形。私たち二人の望む末路しか用意されてない。つまり私によって永遠に引き分けが繰り返されるか、ベルンによってベアトが敗北して滅ぼされるかでしか終わらないと断言できる。ベアトが勝って終わるようなことは
奇跡の魔女として宣言するわ。
なら私は絶対の魔女として宣言するわ。ベアトは絶対に勝利できない。そして奇跡は絶対に起こらない。
Oh. And Beato knows this. At the end? Rondo of Witch and Reasoning. So, this has been question arcs of Umineko When They Cry. probably take a bit of a break after this. Maybe a couple weeks. And then once again try to build up a backlog, but I almost certainly won't keep. Yeah, if nothing else comes up, I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time with this shorter part. We'll go through the credits. Ooh, what are you eating? That name also looks familiar. Maybe Katamari Eri? I'm not sure. I feel like the Shion one might have been the voice actor for Shion in the last, Higurashi series. Just because I know a lot of the names were based off of names of, like, people on the team. But I'm not sure if I got voices until the PlayStation or PSP version, I think it was. But yeah, big shout out to all of these people for BGM. The amazing music that's in all these games. If nothing else, buy Umineko for the music. And of course through Kushi 7. For making all of this possible. In fact, we've chatted our way into episode 5. New game board added. The episode has been unlocked. New elements may be accessed from the title screen. Oh. And yes, big thanks to Witch Hunt for the translation, and for the people who worked on Project Umineko for this, with all the animation and everything. And porting everything. gun? '11 to 2020 project. So we've got new things in our character. That will be for episode 4. Now we've got time, we can go through this. Thank you to everyone. Oops. That's okay, click back and forth. Not sure if I read all the dead texts in these. I was confused for a second because the portrait was still showing in live. So, Kinzo discovered as a burnt corpse from the incinerator in the underground boiler room. As there were no signs that he fought to get out of the incinerator, it seems reasonable to think that he was burned after he was murdered. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes, the dead to the dead. Corpse discovered in the vicinity of the mansion's back entrance, his head was half destroyed. It seems reasonable to think that he was murdered with something like a powerful gun. Demon's stake was rammed into the destroyed portion of his head. None can escape from Shester's golden arrows. The corpse discovered in the dining hall, her head was half destroyed. It seems reasonable to think that she was murdered with something like a powerful gun. However, witnesses don't believe that she was killed with a gun. Corpse discovered in her own room on the second floor of the mansion. That's right, that's why I didn't read these, because this all basically happened right at the end that he discovered all the bodies. Her head was half destroyed. It seems reasonable to think that she was murdered with something like a powerful gun, destroyed herself with her own strike, with George's counter-attacking type barrier. Usual for a human like yourself to dream of killing me. Even if you fire bullets at me, they will merely bounce back as though by a mirror and strike you down. However, there is one single way to kill me. Grasp this method in the palm of your hand. Without a mediocre fool like you could ever do it, of course. Hee cackle, 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 cackle. Covered in the dining hall, head half destroyed. Same as before. However, witnesses don't believe she was killed with a gun. Same as before. And again, dining hall, don't believe he was killed with a gun. Corpse discovered by the rose garden arbor. There was a single hole right in the centre of his forehead. It seems reasonable to think that he was shot with a gun or something. It was a brand of humiliation, marking his loss to gap. Dining hall, don't believe he was killed with a gun. Covered in a guest room inside the mansion, there's a single hole right in the centre of her forehead. It seems reasonable to think that she was shot with a gun or something. A demon stake was rammed into her forehead, but it's difficult to imagine that this was the cause of death. I didn't miss. I missed on purpose to torment her. Yeah. Your battler missing, bound for hell in the witch's embrace. But to the witch, that hell is the Golden Land. Nanjo, corpse discovered behind the mansion as her head was half destroyed. It seems reasonable to think that he was shot with a gun or something. The mistake was lying next to the corpse. Interesting that it was next to him and not in him. Corpse discovered in the dining hall, her head was half destroyed. It seems reasonable to think she saw. Yeah, again, dining hall. All the dining hall deaths. Yeah. Corpse discovered in the dining hall, unable to locate any notable external wounds. Battler suspected that it may have been some type of poisoning, the most peaceful method of inviting a person of the Golden Land. Do we know for certain that she's dead? Dining hall, don't believe that he was killed with a gun. Corpse discovered behind the mansion, her head was half destroyed. Seems reasonable to think that she was shot with a gun or something. The mistake was lying next to the corpse. Witnesses understand one thing at least. Not the stake that killed her. Battler could not discover his corpse. Killing him with magic is all very well, but without a corpse, he will inevitably be a suspect. Truly anti-fantasy. Which is why I guarantee his death with the red truth. Truly anti-mystery. Oh, that is good. Corpse discovered in Rose Garden cell house. It's hypothesized that he was shot in the forehead and then strung up by his neck. They themselves put their necks in the noose. It was an interesting experience to try on occasion. Corpse discovered in Rose Garden storehouse. As long as a locked room could be constructed, anything could have sufficed. Anything would have sufficed. I love the killing him with magic is all very well, but without a corpse, he will inevitably be a suspect. Truly anti-fantasy. But then going on to guarantee his death with the red truth, which very much is anti-mystery. Okay, let's execute all of these. Oh, never mind. Okay, we'll get back to her. See if I can execute any of these. Oh. Maria. Known for being exceptionally cruel even amongst witches, possesses the fatherly magical power to grant endless evolution to the sea. I think I've read this one before, but still. Anyway, little mages inherited black blood from Kinsey. Unlike Kinsey, she was gifted with natural talents and began to tread the path of a mage while still young. So the power was still weak, and she has no more of an apprentice. However, she was skilled with enchantments, which bestow magical power upon objects, and the magical items she creates compete with those of the Meister class. Future witch of origins who will live for the next 1,000 years. This is motherly magical power to give birth to one from a sea of zeros. The fatherly magical power to grant endless evolution to the sea. At glance, magical power is weak, however, zero will not become anything but zero, no matter how much it is multiplied, but the one she gave birth to will eventually surpass the heavens. Kept heavily by Beatrice, who understands its true value, she's in an alliance with Beatrice. Anjay, the endless witch who will live for the next 1,000 years, or the witch hunter to slay all witches. Without understanding witches, one will never slay a witch. After understanding witches, still never one will slay a witch. He understands witches and denies them. This contradictory power alone gives her the blade to slay witches. And can't be executed. Goldsmith, I think I've read this all before. Cannot even perform trifling magic to reheat a cup of tea, yet he can summon demons capable of using magic to boil the oceans. System of magic is its own origins and mathematical miracles. Just later reworked her own system of magic based on this. Can't execute a maneuver. Zaktaro, beloved furniture. Lady Maria, witch of Mariel's Sorcier. His existence as Lady Maria's pure white heart itself. He's an irreplaceable being to her and could even be said to be another Lady Maria. Holds a decoration as a diplomat. And all witches, weapons and furniture in the Alliance, and even demons and divine spirits in contract with the Alliance, are not permitted to take aim at him. Executed. Lady Maria's pure white heart torn asunder. His broken vessel can only be regenerated by Rosa, the master who made him. However, Rosa disposed of all the vessel's scraps, and even lost the sewing pattern. On top of this, because his existence was denied by the Meister herself, resurrecting him is impossible. The Meister's death in 1986, his resurrection was lost forever. Resurrecting him was impossible, even for the endless witch Beatrice, but apparently not for Ange, with resurrections. Gilia. I've this before, can't execute her. Can't execute him. What about Garp? It's the power of teleportation as the mage requests it. She uses this wonderful power only for pranks. Favorite trick is hiding keys and bags on busy mornings. However, this power of hers is an ultimate weapon that risks delivering the lethal blow to a locked room. The queen bee-like strikes would probably penetrate all famous detectives to make them surrender. Can't execute. Yes to 45. I've read this. Execute, no. Can't execute. Execute. Double O. Weapon of Sisters Cavalry, which serves Pendragon. Double O has a position of their calm and composed leader. That is merely the role that was sought of her. She herself is far more of a weakling. Double O excels in reconnaissance and as a vanguard, and has enormous power to bring the enemy under control during encounters. However, her excessive power level has been criticized as inhumane, and it's not rare for her to be lynched and abused upon surrendering on the battlefield. Her one eye tells of this without words. Can't execute. 556. A weapon of his sister's cavalry, which serves Pendragon. Although 556 was a quiet girl who was always being teased, she was loved by everybody. However, luck was not on her side, and she suffered a brutal death in a battle with the Black Witch. It was a state-of-the-art weapon and added colour to the sister's cavalry, which had a strong flavour of an honour guard. The 556 was in charge of squad fire support. She shot not to kill, but to protect her allies. Quiet girl was always being teased by everyone, but that is because they all love her very much. The trumpet is her specialty, everyone skips to a lively tone. Seal. Not kill any of these. Seven sisters. Okay, Underside time. Ben Costello. Oh, I don't get to execute. Okay. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed. Let's see if you know the tips, actually. Let's just go through that quickly first. Regarding witches, definition of witch is vague, but most accepted theory is that one is a witch of a point where they gain the powers surpassing humans and are able to use it freely. The world, or possibly a fragment in which that can be freely used, is called their territory. Most witches cannot leave their territory, but those who are capable of transcending its boundary at will and wandering with fragments are called voyagers. In the story, Benkerstone and Lambda Delta fall under this type. Worlds of different fates and circumstances are called fragments, and witches who are able to cross the ocean of endless fragments are called voyagers. It's also another name for a high-level witch, and witches who are unable to leave their territories cannot compare with their power. However, perhaps because they do not have specific territories, their personal values are unstable, and it's easy for their souls to become faint. As a result, it's not rare for voyagers to disappear like scraps of seaweed in the ocean of fragments. Their voyage has no endpoint, and perhaps you could even say that it is a journey to escape an endpoint, which is of higher order than voyages called creators are sacred beings who can create one out of a sea of nothingness. They can give birth to one from zero, give birth to the endless, and then return it to zero again in a flash. They are freed from all restrictions, and the voyagers sometimes even call them gods. In that sense, perhaps the Witch of Origins, Maria, who has promised to become a creator, may be called a chosen one. Voyagers fear that the end of their own journey is to become a creator. As to why that would be frightening, as to why they would be frightened of evolving to a higher form order being, none can understand except they themselves. Okay, let's go to 3 more. Anything else? Nope, that's all done, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed all of that. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, and until next time, see ya.